Could you imagine if I told you that the reality is not what you believe it to be? Is it possible that you have been purposefully kept in the dark about the fact that your mind contains a force that is so powerful that it can bend energy, rewrite your future, and transform you into an unstoppable force? Does it sound crazy? It is not the case. The fact that your thoughts are more than just ideas is demonstrated by top-secret research, quantum physics, and ancient knowledge that has been concealed. In the present moment, they are energy waves that are influencing the environment around you. Moreover, here's the clincher. 99% of humans are hardwired to make themselves weaker. In the process of living their entire lives, people inadvertently deplete their own power, undermine their potential, and live at a fraction of what they are genuinely capable of having accomplished. However, today is the day that you will be liberated. You will learn the precise method to gain control of this hidden energy, which has been utilized by the most powerful people in history to affect reality. This information will be provided to you in the following few minutes. Self-help is not what this is. This is a proof of quantum mechanics. When you reach the conclusion of this film, you will have the knowledge necessary to overcome the mental programming that maintains your weakness, to activate the hidden part of your mind that they never intended for you to access, and to shift into a level of power that the majority of people will never experience. Neither of them is a theory. There is no turning back once you have seen this system. There is no way to change it. You are at the right time if you have the feeling that you are destined for something greater, or if you believe that there is an unrealized potential within you that is just waiting to be released. Watch out, however. Once you open this door, you will never be able to hide what is contained behind it. Where do you stand? Now let's get started. The majority of individuals assume that reality is unchanging. They believe that life is something that occurs to them and that they have little influence over the situations in which they find themselves. However, this is one of the most significant lies that has ever been told. It has already been demonstrated by quantum physics that your mind is not simply reacting to the world around you. It is the act of producing it. The experiment with the double slit was when the researchers made a startling discovery about something really potent. The behavior of particles shifts depending on whether or not they are being observed. Take that into consideration for a moment. In other words, the act of perceiving something actually causes a change in the nature of that item. What does it mean for your ideas, your feelings, and the energy that you send out into the world on a daily basis if a particle, which is a fundamental building piece of reality, can be altered by consciousness? It indicates that the environment around you is physically shaped by the concentration that you have. At this point, things are going to grow much more bizarre. It's likely that you're familiar with the concept of Schrödinger's cat, but the majority of people are unaware of how profoundly it may be applied to their own life. For the purpose of this thought experiment, a radioactive atom is placed inside of a box that contains a cat. It is possible that the cat will be killed by the decay of the atom, but it is also possible that it will not. The cat is theoretically alive and dead at the same time until someone opens the box and looks inside. Until then, the animal lives and dies simultaneously. What this demonstrates is just astounding. Everything lives as a wave of endless possibilities until a decision is made, until reality is observed, and until reality is not observed. In your opinion, what does this imply? This indicates that at this precise moment, every conceivable variation of your life is already in existence. Someone who is affluent, you who cannot be stopped. This is the extremely successful you. In this version of yourself, you have already achieved mastery over energy control. You have the ability to select any one of those realities that are waiting for you. However, the vast majority of people never do so because they are unable to break free from the habit of always witnessing the same version of reality. But after today, not at all. Let's demonstrate to yourself right now that you already have control over the reality that you are experiencing. Right now, you should follow these actions. Step 1. Choose one aspect of your life in which you feel like you are trapped. Take, for instance, wealth, love, health, achievement, and self-assurance. Step 2. Put your present thoughts and feelings about it in writing. Taking money as an example, I have a lot of debt. Third, proceed. Take a piece of paper and write out the complete antithesis of this reality. As an illustration, money comes to me without any difficulty. Step 4. Imagine yourself living in that new reality for the next 60 seconds. Think about it. Experiment with the feelings as if they were already real. Allow it to get ingrained in your subconscious. Give some thought to the recent events. For the previous minute and a half, you have been shifting your focus. By doing so, you have altered the energy that is surrounding you. Also, if you continue to do this on a daily basis, you will start to see a change in your physical reality. The beginning of energy regulation begins with this. Nevertheless, this is only the initial stage. Moving on to the following segment, we are going to take things to an even higher level. In addition, I will demonstrate to you how your brain truly functions as a quantum computer that is built to modify the cosmos. The majority of individuals have been misled into believing that their thoughts are nothing more than ideas that are confined within their heads. On the other hand, this is totally untrue. The act of thinking is not passive. These are actual forces of energy that are constantly interacting with the environment that you are a part of. It's not only that your mind is analyzing your own personal experiences. Within the quantum field, it is transmitting messages that are energetic in nature, influencing the world around you in ways that you have never been instructed to comprehend. Research has demonstrated that your brain operates in a manner similar to that of a quantum computer. Equipped with the ability to conduct millions of computations involving energy each second, the situation is about to become even more alarming at this point. Your thoughts are not confined to the confines of your brain. Their reach extends beyond the confines of your body and into the fundamental fabric of reality itself. Even at the quantum level, you are already exerting an influence on the world that surrounds you. You may or may not be aware of this fact. Scientific research has uncovered the presence of microtubules within your neurons, very small structures that resemble tubes and appear to function as quantum processors. Sir Roger Penrose, a physicist, and Dr. Stuart Hameroff, an anesthesiologist, both believe that the microtubules in your brain are what make it possible for your brain to operate as a biological quantum computer. In other words, your subconscious mind is directly influencing the quantum waves that are present in the cosmos. Your thoughts are emitting electromagnetic frequencies that can be measured and that are resonating in the entire universe. Your connection to the entirety of the sphere of reality is already established. To put it simply, you have not been taught to make conscious use of it. It is for this reason that individuals who intentionally reprogram their minds, who concentrate on achieving success, having abundance, and having confidence, start to view their lives changing. It is not a matter of luck. Quantum mechanics is being played out here. The instant that you make a change to the thoughts and feelings that are most prevalent in your life, your energy field undergoes a transformation, and the world around you is forced to restructure itself. This is the bit that nobody tells you about, though. Thinking alone is not enough to bring about manifestation. Sensation is the key here. One of the most common errors that people make is concentrating on what they desire while maintaining an emotional attachment to the constraints they are currently facing. You are still vibrating at the frequency of lack if you have a desire for prosperity, but you are experiencing financial scarcity. The act of dreaming of confidence while simultaneously experiencing feelings of self-doubt is a manifestation of uncertainty. What is the key? Before you can experience the reality you desire, you must first feel it. If you are able to train yourself to emotionally embody the outcome that you seek, whether it be wealth, power, success, or profound influence, then your energy field will alter instantly, attracting that reality towards you like a magnet. And in the following section, I will demonstrate how to supercharge your energy field by utilizing the electromagnetic field of your heart, which is the most powerful force in your body. As soon as you activate this force, your capacity to exert control over energy will see a meteoric rise. In the very moment that you are listening to this, you are influencing reality in ways that you have never been informed before. Your future is being actively reshaped by every thought you have, every emotion you feel, and every belief you have that you continue to reaffirm. But this is where the issue lies. You have never been instructed on how to be in control of it. When they go through life, the vast majority of individuals are entirely oblivious to the fact that they are continuously sending energy into the quantum field. They believe that their thoughts are confined to the confines of their own heads. They believe their feelings are off limits to others. However, without a shadow of a doubt, Scientific research has already demonstrated that your thoughts, feelings, and even your heartbeat are all responsible for the generation of electromagnetic waves that reach outside your body and have the ability to influence people, events, and even your future before it even occurs. And this is not merely a theory. A number of the most innovative minds in the field of science have provided evidence that ancient civilizations had known for ages at this point. You are not distinct from the world around you. With every single instant of concentration, you are the one who is producing it. It has been proved by Dr. Joe Dispenza that your ideas literally rewire your brain, reorganizing neuronal connections and causing changes in your physical condition. It has been demonstrated by Dr. Bruce Lipton that your perception is the one that controls your DNA. This means that your views not only change your mentality, but they additionally impact your biology. Through the use of his morphic field theory, Dr. Rupert Sheldrake demonstrates that human consciousness is analogous to an interconnected energy web, which enables us to influence one another in ways that the majority of people are unable to even imagine. It has also been demonstrated by Dr. Amit Goswami that consciousness itself is the primary force that shapes the cosmos. This means that your awareness is the sole factor that determines what you bring into your environment. So what exactly does this imply for you in particular? What this implies is that at every single instant, you are either programming your energy to attract the life that you want, or you are unknowingly pushing it away. When you replay a limiting belief in your mind, every negative thought, every moment of doubt, and every time you lock yourself deeper into a world that you do not want to be a part of, you are blocking yourself farther. Despite this, 99% of people will never be able to break free of this cycle. They have never been instructed on how to make use of the power that they possess, which is not because they do not possess it. On the other hand, you are about to end up becoming the exception right now. Energy mastery is the key that differentiates people who intentionally construct their reality from those who remain stuck in a negative state of existence. The capacity to have such a tremendous influence over one's own internal state that the very fabric of reality is forced to change in response to how one is feeling. How does one become an expert in this area? This is the electromagnetic field of your heart. The idea that the brain is the most powerful organ in the body is something that you have been told throughout your whole life, but that is not even close to being true. Scientific research has demonstrated that your heart, which is the organ that is currently pounding in your chest, is capable of producing an electromagnetic field that is 5,000 times more powerful than the one produced by your brain. What this means is that your feelings have more weight than your thoughts have on their own. This is the reason why everything begins to flow freely when you are feeling confident, thankful, or powerful. In addition, this is the reason why, while you are experiencing feelings of fear, doubt, or anxiety, everything seems to go wrong at the same time. The HeartMath Institute made the discovery that when you enter a state of heart-brain coherence, which is a state in which your thoughts and feelings are in perfect accord with one another, your entire electromagnetic field grows. Your body, mind, and the external universe all begin to harmonize when you are in this state, which results in your manifestations becoming exponentially more powerful. However, this is when things start to become genuinely mind-blowing. Research conducted by Dr. Rupert Sheldrake has already demonstrated that human brains are capable of becoming quantum entangled. This means that the energy fields of two individuals can literally synchronize with one another, even when they are separated by great distances. It is clear from this reasoning. When you happen to be thinking about someone, all of a sudden they call or text you, it is as if you enter into a room and immediately pick up on the energy of the individuals that are there. You have a general feeling about something, and it turns out that your gut hunch was correct. These are not only coincidental occurrences. This is a genuine and measurable energy transmission that is taking place between you and the people in your immediate environment. Therefore, what does this imply? This indicates that your energy is having an effect on much more than simply your own life. You are actively influencing the world that is all around you. When you say something or beat on something, it indicates that other people are already picking up on your thoughts and feelings before you even utter a single word. What this means is that the frequency that you broadcast at each and every moment of the day has a direct impact on the opportunities, relationships, and even financial opportunities that you attract. When you are unable to go past feelings of uncertainty, fear, and limitation, your energy field is in a low-frequency state, and as a result, you are repelled by the very things that you want. As soon as you acquire the ability to transform into a state of confidence, certainty, and gratitude, your energy will increase, your reality will be reorganized, and you will start to attract precisely what it is that you desire. It is for this reason that those who have mastered the art of energy regulation are able to navigate life with ease, whereas those who continue to be unconscious continue to struggle, waiting for something external to alter before they give themselves permission to feel good. However, the reality is that there is no need for you to wait for anything. You have the ability to change the way your energy is flowing right now, and as soon as you do, everything will be different. Because of this, becoming an expert at synchronizing your heart and brain is the single most important thing you will ever get to learn. You can begin to bend reality in your favor, activate your full potential, and take control of your energy in the shortest amount of time possible by using this method. At this very moment, you are going to have the opportunity to experience what it is like to transfer your energy in its actual state. You should not simply listen to this. This is something you should do, because once you experience it for yourself, you will never be able to deny the power that you possess. Keep your eyes closed. In the middle of your chest, place your hand. Inhale deeply and hold it for a full 5 seconds. Put it on hold. Take a 5-second breath out. Do this 3 times. Think back to a time when you experienced profound feelings of love or gratitude. You could be referring to a person, an experience, or even the sensation of accomplishing your most important objective. During the time that you are concentrating on that sensation, picture it spreading outward from your heart. The sensation should be felt throughout your entire body. Permit this state to remain for 1 minute. Give in to its influence. Become aware of the changes that occur in your body. Just now you have activated the coherence between the heart and the brain. The more you do this on a daily basis, the more you will begin to notice that everything is changing. Your feelings, a domination in your energy, the way people react to you, and the way possibilities seem to materialize out of nowhere are all factors that can influence your life. Due to the fact that this is not merely a visualization, the electromagnetic field that you have is undergoing a shift that can be measured by science. Additionally, once you have mastered the ability to maintain this condition for extended periods of time, you will start to experience quantum alterations in your reality at a rate that is much faster than you even imagined was possible. In this way, you will begin to gain control over your energy. In this way, you can begin to exert control over reality. In addition, we are going to go even further with this topic in the following part. Therefore, once you have gained an understanding of the underlying rules that govern the manipulation of reality, you will come to the realization that there are no boundaries other than the ones that you have been trained to believe in. Mostly due to the fact that everything you have been taught about how reality operates is incorrect. You have been taught to believe that life is a series of events that occur in a predetermined order, that events are the result of random occurrences, and that the cosmos can't care less about your existence. That is not true. Reality is not a static state. In addition to being pliable and fluid, it is always reacting to the energy that you give forth. The only reason that the majority of people are unable to recognize this is because they are unknowingly adhering to a script that was never assigned to them in the first place. At this very moment, you are either exercising control over reality or you are being influenced by it. The middle ground does not exist. After you have gained an understanding of the hidden rules that govern the functioning of reality, you will no longer be at the mercy of the environment in which you find yourself. You are going to stop waiting for opportunities, fighting for success, and hoping that things would shift to your advantage. You will discover that you are the one who is pulling the strings, bending the quantum field to your will, and making the seemingly impossible appear to be effortless. The vast majority of people spend their entire lives concentrating on things that they do not desire. When they wake up, they think about the challenges they face, the restrictions they have, and the problems they face. And as a consequence of this, they unwittingly provide support for them. If you want for something, the quantum field will not reply to your wish. What you concentrate on is what it reacts to. Anything that takes up the majority of your attention will grow. It's not only a simple idea of thinking positively about things. This is an example of how quantum physics and neuroscience work together. It has been demonstrated by Dr. Joe Dispenza that neurons that connect with one another wire together. This implies that if you have a bad thought that you keep replaying in your head or concentrate on a result that you are afraid of, you are actually hardwiring your brain to make that conclusion your reality. On top of that, if you want evidence, just look at your own life. How frequently have you anticipated that something would go wrong, only to have it occur precisely as you had anticipated it would? How often have you put your attention on the things that you do not have, only to find that you have even more of them? Not a single thing is a coincidence. The energy that you possess is causing you to become trapped in a pattern that continues repeating itself. On the other hand, here is the most significant change you can make. It is inevitable that your reality will shift if you begin to fixate an excessive amount of attention on the things that you desire. At this very moment, close your eyes and picture yourself living the life of your dreams, complete with success, freedom, and power. By what percentage of the time do you truly allow yourself to mentally dwell in that reality? In the event that the response is rarely, you have just discovered the reason why you are not yet there. That whatever you concentrate on grows. And when you begin to concentrate on your future as if it were already yours, reality begins to bend to conform to your expectations concerning it. The findings of the research conducted by Dr. Rupert Sheldrake on morphic fields have demonstrated that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are not confined to the confines of your intellect alone. Their influence extends beyond the confines of your body and extends to the world around you. The implication of this is that you are always transmitting a frequency that has an effect on the environment around you. Additionally, similar to a radio station, you can only receive the radio station that you are tuned on to. In the event that fear, doubt, and scarcity are the prevailing energies in your life, you will attract people, situations, and events that are in harmony with that frequency. If the energy that you are most connected to is one of certainty, power, and success, you will start to attract experiences that are reflective of those energies. Finally, here's the evidence. Have you ever contemplated the fact that those who anticipate the worst seem to invariably end up getting it? That people who are nervous all the time appear to attract more things that cause them to feel anxious more frequently? Please have a look at the most successful people you are familiar with. When they enter a room, people immediately feel their energy, even before they get a chance to talk. The presence that they radiate inspires others to desire to follow in their footsteps. In no way is this luck. This is the mastery of energy. To begin the process of altering your life, you should not begin by altering the behaviors that you take. The first step is to alter the energy that you are transmitting. The majority of people have the belief that if they put in sufficient effort, they will eventually be rewarded with success. However, success is not something that can be earned. The idea is something that you agree with. Give this some thought. Even though they are working 100 times harder than you are right now, there are others who are still without money. On the other hand, there are individuals who hardly put in any effort at all, but everything comes to them without any difficulty. How come? Due to the fact that your life is not solely determined by your efforts. Your vibrational set point, which is the default energetic condition you tend to dwell in, is the one that determines this. Dr. Bruce Lipton has demonstrated that over 95% of your experience is controlled by your subconscious mind. In other words, if you have a deep-seated belief that you are not deserving of prosperity, success, or love, you will automatically push away those things, even if you are consciously desiring them. What causes people to engage in self-sabotage? Why they turn down opportunities, and why they never seem to be able to break free from previous cycles, regardless of how hard they try, is because of this. This is a reflection of the dominating energy state that you are currently experiencing. You must therefore make a change to your set point, not only for a short period of time, but for the rest of your life, if you want to experience fundamental transformation. In order to accomplish this, you must train your energy on a daily basis, each and every day. Reprogramming your subconscious mind and energy field to correspond with the life you wish to live is necessary if you actually want to bend reality with your willpower. Performing this exercise on a daily basis will cause your reality to begin to change. Quickly, find a place where there is quiet and close your eyes. Inhale for 5 seconds, hold your breath for 5 seconds, and then exhale for 5 seconds. This means that you should take 3 deep breaths. Picture yourself in your most ideal state, the version of yourself who already possesses everything you could ever want. Now put them into life, experience their vitality. Walk in the same manner as they do. Use the same breathing pattern as they do. Think in the same way that they do. Be sure to maintain this state for a minimum of 3 minutes. As soon as you open your eyes, take that energy with you everywhere you go for the rest of the day. You will notice that your reality will begin to reflect this frequency more and more as you continue to teach yourself to operate from this frequency. This is the secret that not even 100% of people will ever comprehend. They are going to continue living their lives on autopilot, responding to the events that occur in the hopes that something will change. Not you, however, mostly due to the fact that you are no longer expecting for reality to change. Your own actions are causing it to move. In the following paragraph, we will delve even further into the topic. The reason for this is that once you have mastered the ability to permanently lock in this energy, you will step into a level of power that the majority of people will never even be able to imagine. The most important energy-related secret is not something that can be found in textbooks or taught in schools. It's inside of you, but the vast majority of people are unaware that it even exists. Imagine if your body is connected to a battery. It's not just any battery, though. This is a unique kind that may be strengthened and re-energized through the use of routines that are performed on a daily basis. Beginning from the moment you open your eyes in the morning, your energy levels begin anew. However, by lunchtime, a lot of individuals start to feel exhausted and go for sweets or coffee. The reason for this is that they are continuously losing energy without being able to maintain it. The key is that we have the ability to exert control over the flow and accumulation of our energy throughout the day for ourselves. Each and every cell in your body generates energy at every single second. In the same way that electricity travels through wires, this energy travels through your body. When the flow of energy is even, you get a sense of power, concentration, and readiness to face any challenge. You experience feelings of exhaustion and stress whenever it becomes obstructed or spills out. More than 5,000 years ago, the ancient Chinese made the discovery of this energy system. They termed it qi, which is the energy of life force. They discovered that increasing and directing this energy could be accomplished through the use of specific breathing patterns, motions, and pressure locations. Modern science has now demonstrated that they were correct. In practice, these methods are effective. On the other hand, this is what makes it genuinely remarkable. Energy management is a skill that can be learned by everyone. It is not necessary to have any specialized skills or years of training. Even minute adjustments to the way you breathe, move, and even think can have a significant impact on the amount of energy you have available to you. I'll illustrate this with an example. Immediately take 3 calm, deep breaths in and out. Get a sense of the air filling your chest and then your belly. Let your shoulders fall as you exhale and let your air out. Simply carrying out this straightforward workout will infuse your entire body with a supply of new vitality. Simply said, this is a very small component of the overall energy control system. Without even being aware of it, a lot of individuals are wasting their energy. When it is not necessary for them to do so, they tense their muscles. When they are under pressure, they hold their breath. During their work, they fail to remember to take breaks. Every single one of these routines wastes energy that may be put to better use. Remember a period when you felt like you had an incredible amount of energy. It may have been during a thrilling game, a fantastic party, or while you were engaged in an activity that you cherished. Those feelings were not a random occurrence. The fact that the conditions were favorable for your energy to flow freely is what caused it to occur. The key is to acquire the knowledge necessary to create those conditions whenever you may desire them. Although it only accounts for 2% of your total body weight, your brain consumes approximately 20% of the energy that your body produces. Given this, it is clear that effective management of energy is critical for mental performance. When you have better control over your energy, you are able to think more clearly, solve issues more quickly, and maintain your focus for longer. Both mental and physical energy are intertwined with one another. If the energy in your body is robust, then your mind will function more effectively. When your mind is at ease and concentrated, the energy that passes through your body is more efficient. Consequently, this results in a positive cycle that continues to develop upon itself. On the other hand, it is not as simple as merely breathing and moving around. When it comes to energy control, your feelings play a significant influence. Feelings of negativity, such as wrath and concern, quickly deplete one's energy. Joy and enthusiasm are examples of positive emotions that can swiftly raise one's energy levels. It is equally as vital to learn how to manage your emotional energy as it is to learn how to manage your physical energy. The fact that energy control progresses over time is the most advantageous aspect of it. Your energy system will get more powerful with each day that you put these tactics into practice. It is comparable to putting on muscle. When you utilize it more frequently, it becomes more powerful. In a short amount of time, high energy will become your typical condition rather than something that is a fleeting phenomenon. We are not talking about short-term remedies or transitory boosts here. Caffeine and energy drinks may provide you with a brief surge of energy, but they frequently leave you feeling worse long after they have worn off. Having real control over energy results in improvements that are long-lasting and improve over time. Possibly you are curious about the reason why this is not more commonly known. The reality is that a lot of people are so preoccupied with finding sophisticated solutions that they fail to recognize the straightforward ones that are there in front of them. They aren't paying attention to the fundamental ideas that are the most important. In the following section, we will investigate the scientific principles that underlie various methods of energy control. You will have a comprehensive understanding of how they function and the reasons behind their remarkable efficacy. Note this, however, for the time being. There are no limits to your vitality. Increases, directions, and fortifications are all possible with it. It has been thousands of years since this closely guarded secret has been of assistance to humanity, and now it is your turn to make use of it. The regulation of energy is founded on scientific concepts that human beings are able to observe and quantify. The human body is capable of producing a variety of forms of energy. There are 3 types of energy: thermal energy through body heat, chemical energy from food, and electrical signals in our neurological system. It is possible for us to bring about genuine changes in our physical state and performance if we acquire the ability to direct these energies. According to the findings of scientific research, we have the ability to intentionally control these energy patterns by focusing our minds and breathing. The parasympathetic nervous system is activated when one breathes deeply and slowly. This results in a reduction in heart rate and blood pressure while simultaneously enhancing energy efficiency. In contrast, quick and shallow breathing has the opposite effect, activating the fight or flight response of the sympathetic nervous system and causing a rapid expenditure of energy. Because it is the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, the electromagnetic field that is produced by our heart may be measured up to several feet away. According to research, this field shifts depending on the emotional state that we are in. Patterns that are cohesive and orderly are created by positive emotions, and patterns that are chaotic are created by stress and negative emotions. It is possible for us to have a direct impact on this energy field if we learn to control our feelings. Melatonin production is the mechanism by which the pineal gland, which is frequently referred to as the master clock of the body, controls our circadian rhythms. Our energy levels throughout the day are impacted as a result of this. We are able to time our operations such that they are most energy efficient when we have a solid understanding of these natural cycles. These fundamental ideas serve as the basis for the development of techniques that manage energy in a practical setting. Through the use of this understanding, we are able to more effectively regulate our energy, which ultimately results in improved mental and physical performance. Consistent practice and paying attention to the ways in which various factors influence our energy state are the keys to success. The energy systems of the body collaborate in a manner that is not only intricate, but also quantitative. By having this knowledge, we are able to make more informed decisions regarding our food, physical activity, rest, and mental concentration. This is not about finding quick solutions. Using our natural biology to our advantage in order to maximize energy production and consumption is the goal here. More than most people realize, there is a deeper relationship between our thoughts and the physical reality that we experience. The first step in gaining control of energy is acknowledging that we have the ability to direct and mold the energy that surrounds us via the application of focused intention. The use of magical thinking is not relevant here. To put it another way, it involves interacting with natural forces that scientists are still attempting to understand. Let's make the manipulation of energy a feasible method. Learning to feel it is the first step in the process. Your palms should be facing each other, and your hands should be about 6 inches apart. Take note of the distance that separates them. A lot of people feel a mild pressure or tingling in their bodies. The energy is there. The experience will change as you practice moving your hands gradually closer and further apart, paying attention to how the movement affects you. At the moment that you are able to sense energy, you can begin to guide it. Just like learning how to flex a new muscle, think of it that way. To begin, picture the energy as a brilliant light or a gentle warmth as you visualize it. Experiment with shifting it between your hands to see if you can make it more or less strong. At first, you shouldn't be too concerned if you don't feel much. This requires a lot of practice. Utilizing energy for practical applications is the next phase of development. Imagine that you would like to have more clarity at work. In order to begin, you would begin by bringing your breathing into a condition of tranquility. Imagine that your office is filled with energy that is crystal clear and bright. Don't be vague about it. Consider how it can assist you in concentrating, so increasing your level of productivity. Finding the right kind of energy to meet the goals you have set for yourself is essential. On the other hand, energy work is not only about what you can obtain. One must strike a balance. You need to give part of the energy that you are constantly taking in back to yourself. Assisting other people, spending time in nature, or engaging in creative endeavors are all examples of this. Consider it to be similar to breathing. The intake and the exhale are both necessary. To help you improve your talents, here is a straightforward exercise. Create a feeling that you desire to experience, perhaps self-assurance. Sit in silence and go back to a period when you were extremely self-assured. Let that sensation permeate your entire body. Now see that sensation as a form of energy that you may store and use at a later time. Learn to summon that energy whenever you find yourself in need of it. There is also a procedure known as energy clearing. Take note of feelings of heaviness or tension in a room. Changing this can be accomplished by imagining that the area is filled with bright light or by using your hands to remove any energy that has become stagnant. Following the completion of energy cleansing, many individuals report feeling lighter and more optimistic. In unexpected ways, the physical world reacts to the work that is done with energy. In the beginning, you might feel a few little adjustments. Better sleep, increased vitality, and more clear thinking are all benefits. Greater adjustments are possible as your skills continue to develop. Every once in a while, opportunities present themselves. Self-solving problems are easier to find solutions to. It is not magic at all. The application of natural laws is something that we are just starting to learn about. Those that operate with energy are able to notice colors in their environment. Changes in pressure or temperature are experienced by others. There is no one way to experience it that is superior or inferior. Maintain your practice and have faith in your own senses. As time goes on, your sensitivity will become more acute. When faced with difficult circumstances, energy regulation becomes an extremely important tool. Do you feel overpowered? Just imagine that any surplus energy is being absorbed by the ground. You require protection? Imagine that you are surrounded by a shield of light. Do you wish to recover more quickly? Focus the energy of healing on that particular area of your body. When you combine physical action with energy control, you are able to perform the most powerful energy work. Sending out applications while simultaneously imagining success is a good strategy if you are looking for a new job. Engage in physical activity while directing your energy through your body if you wish to improve your health. Both the physical and the energy aspects collaborate. Always keep in mind that concentration determines energy. What you concentrate on becomes more powerful. It is important to use caution when thinking negative ideas. Things that you do not desire can be created by them. Instead, focus your attention on the things that you wish to have. Be able to see well. Have the sensation that it is already taking place. On other days, you will experience a great deal of energy. On certain days, it could appear to be weak or non-existent. This is a typical occurrence. Energy work suffers from natural ups and downs, just like any other talent. Regardless of how you are feeling at the moment, you should continue to practice. Over time, the consequences become more pronounced. The best strategy is to begin with a little amount. Every day, spend a few minutes working with energy activities. Think about the events that occur in your life. Try to keep a record of your experiences. Make gradual progress in your abilities. The effectiveness of energy control will soon be demonstrated to you because you have witnessed it for yourself rather than because someone else told you about it. The science that underpins the manipulation of energy extends much beyond what is depicted in the mainstream media. Every single item in our universe is composed of energy at its very foundation, all the way from the tiniest atom to the most massive galaxy. This energy operates according to a set of predetermined patterns and guidelines, which we may learn to work with. Imagine that energy is similar to water that is moving through a variety of pathways. It is possible to direct, obstruct, or release water, and the same can be said about energy, which moves through comparable processes. After we have gained an understanding of these fundamental rules, we will be able to begin to exert some control over the flow of energy that is occurring around us. The electromagnetic environment that surrounds our bodies undergoes observable changes as a result of our thoughts and intentions, according to several findings from the scientific community. By interacting with everything in the vicinity, these fields have the ability to influence molecules, atoms, and even other living beings. It is not magic at all. The quantum level of physics is being put into action here. There are three primary principles that are vital to the process of dealing with energy. Harmony, coherence, and focus are essential. Our attention and our intentions are directed toward particular goals when we focus. Using resonance, we are able to align the frequency of our energy with the things that we wish to generate. All of our energy systems are brought into harmony through coherence, which results in our activities being more successful. Allow me to illustrate this with some real-world examples. It is natural for you to concentrate your energies, align your body, and coordinate your muscles while you are attempting to lift a big thing. Energy manipulation is similar to using physical muscles, but instead of using your muscles, you use your mind and your biofield to manipulate energy. Quantum physics research has demonstrated that the behavior of particles changes depending on how they are seen. It is demonstrated here that consciousness has an effect on the physical world. By employing this principle, we are able to alter the energy patterns that are occurring around us by concentrating our attention and having a goal in mind. The human body is capable of producing its own electromagnetic field, which extends beyond the surface of our skin up to several feet. This field reacts to our ideas, feelings, and intentions whenever they are present. It is possible for us to have a negligible but considerable impact on our environment if we have the ability to regulate this field. Over the course of thousands of years, traditional therapies such as Qigong and Reiki have been implemented to work with these principles. Investigations into biofields, heart coherence, and brainwave patterns have provided modern science with evidence that confirms a significant number of these old procedures. It is possible to begin working with energy by following this practical technique. To begin, you need to engage in some basic sensing exercises in order to become aware of your own energy field. Take note of the ways in which your field shifts in response to varying thoughts and feelings. Following that, make it a habit to direct this energy with a specific objective. In energy work, the breath you take is an extremely important factor. You can improve your capacity to successfully direct your energy field by practicing deep, rhythmic breathing, which helps to stabilize your energy field. Because of this, breathing exercises are an essential component of any and all energy practices today. Alterations in temperature, experience of tingling sensations, or the sensation of pressure in your hands are all classic indications that you are beginning to detect energy. The fact that you are working with genuine energy fields, rather than merely your imagination, is demonstrated by the bodily feelings that you are experiencing. If you want to become an expert at manipulating energy, you should begin with attainable, manageable goals. Perform an experiment in which you try to influence a compass needle or electronic equipment. These offer lucid feedback and contribute to the development of self-assurance in your capabilities. It is beneficial to engage in frequent practice with plants because they are receptive to energy work and produce observable outcomes. Studies have demonstrated that the use of directed intention can have an effect on the development and health of plants, providing empirical evidence of the manipulation of energy. Being patient and consistent are both necessary while working with energy. Beginning with simple activities, progressively progress to more difficult applications as you gain experience. You should keep a record of your results and modify your methods according to what you find to be most effective. As more numeric and more research of instruments become accessible, the field of energy manipulation science continues to further its development. Today's technology allows for the measurement of subtle energy fields and the documentation of the effects that conscious intention has on physically material objects. It is possible for us to build ways that are both practical and successful for the manipulation of energy if we combine old knowledge with contemporary scientific understanding. As a result of this knowledge, new opportunities for personal development, healing, and good change in our lives and the environment have become available. The laws of quantum physics demonstrate that the way reality operates is not the same as what we believe it to be. Strange rules that are contrary to what we observe on a daily basis are followed by the world on the most fundamental level. The majority of people are unaware of the novel methods that we can work with energy that are made possible by these quantum principles. For a moment, let's revisit the experiment with the double slit. Using a wall that has two slots, scientists fire very small particles at the wall. When the particles pass through both slits at the same time, they produce a pattern that demonstrates that they are present in multiple locations at the same time. It is clear from this that at the quantum level, things are capable of existing in a number of different states and locations at the same time. The energy that is contained within our bodies is also subject to this quantum impact. This is the identical set of principles that the electrons in our cells adhere to. The ability to tunnel through barriers and simultaneously exist in a variety of energy levels is possessed by them. We are able to accomplish things that appear to be impossible if we learn to sense and direct the behavior of quantum systems. Contemplate the act of throwing a ball. According to the laws of normal physics, it can only take one direction. Quantum physics, on the other hand, demonstrates that the ball actually travels along all of the possible paths simultaneously and then chooses the one that is most likely to occur. We refer to this phenomenon as quantum superposition. As is the case with energy, the same thing occurs. Initially, it travels through every conceivable channel before finally settling into one. Both our ideas and our goals have the potential to affect which quantum path actually materializes. Research has shown that the way in which people concentrate their attention has an effect on the behavior of quantum particles. Consequently, this indicates that we have the ability to direct energy by focusing our awareness on particular quantum possibilities. It has been demonstrated through the quantum Zeno effect that watching a system prevents it from moving. One of the discoveries made by scientists was that observing quantum particles prevented them from changing states. This allows us to keep our attention focused on specific patterns, which allows us to keep energy in those patterns more effectively. Through the phenomenon of quantum entanglement, particles are able to instantly influence one another regardless of how far apart they are. It was referred to by Einstein as spooky action at a distance. On a quantum level, this establishes connections between everything, including the energy systems that are present in our bodies. We have the ability to impact energy throughout space by tapping into this network. In accordance with the uncertainty principle, it is impossible for us to have a perfect knowledge of both the position and the momentum of a particle. As a result, quantum fluctuations are produced, which are characterized by the appearance and disappearance of minute bursts of energy. We are able to gain access to large quantities of zero-point energy all around us as a result of these changes. Through the utilization of these quantum phenomena, we are able to modify the manner in which energy travels through the world. We have the ability to channel energy into new paths, mold it into precise patterns, and connect it across space, which enables us to take advantage of capabilities that go beyond the typical physical boundaries. However, in order to make advantage of quantum rules, we need to have the appropriate attitude. Expectations and beliefs have an impact on the behavior of quantum systems. With the presence of doubt and anxiety, quantum possibilities are reduced to ordinary outcomes. We are able to access quantum effects in a reliable manner and with clear aim and assurance. The first step is to pay great attention to your ideas and energy. Take note of the way in which your focus influences their behavior. Exercise your ability to maintain a steady focus without wavering. Your capacity to direct quantum processes will improve as a result of this. Become adept at detecting quantum fluctuations in your energy field for yourself. Sensitize yourself to the tiny, ongoing adjustments and changes. These will direct you to the locations where you can access quantum effects. You will be able to collaborate with them more effectively the more aware you become. Quantum possibilities can be explored through the use of visualization. Imagine energy traveling along a number of different paths at the same time. Try to imagine oneself in a number of distinct states at the same time. You will develop the ability to operate with quantum superposition through this. By steadily engaging in practice, you can gradually build your conviction in quantum abilities. Begin with relatively little impacts that can be verified. As your success increases, you should move on to more difficult difficulties. Permit your self-assurance to develop organically through experience. While pushing the boundaries of science, maintain your grounding in it. Although quantum physics allows us to accomplish incredible things, it nonetheless adheres to a set of principles that are consistent. Acquire a comprehensive understanding of these principles so that you may correctly apply them. Anyone who is prepared to investigate the quantum level has access to an unbelievable amount of potential. Due to these peculiar rules, we are able to go beyond the boundaries of normality and modify reality itself. It is possible to employ quantum effects to alter the way energy functions in your life if you put in the effort and gain the necessary knowledge. Continue to investigate quantum physics and challenge the boundaries of what is conceivable. The more you go into the subject, the more you will learn about the true attributes of energy. Allow the quantum world to demonstrate to you what the realm of reality is capable of doing. The first step on the road to achieving more power is to acknowledge a bare fact. Energies can be found in everything that surrounds us. Every single particle of matter, from the tiniest atom to the most massive star, is a conduit for energy. It is possible for us to do things that appear to be impossible if we learn to control this energy. Put yourself in the position of a battery that has the ability to store and discharge energy. In the majority of cases, people only make use of a very small portion of their capabilities, such as using a powerful computer in low power mode. On the other hand, you can train yourself to acquire and channel a greater amount of this energy. To begin, bring your attention to your breathing. Each inhalation causes the discharge of old energy and the inhalation of fresh energy. The more you practice, the more you will feel a warm sensation spreading throughout your body. Your energy system is becoming more active as a result of this. The trick is to keep a calm demeanor while keeping your concentration. Your ideas have an effect on the flow of energy. Maintain your mental clarity and concentration. Having negative thoughts can impede the flow of energy, while having positive ones can boost it. Through the practice of meditation and mindfulness, you can cultivate mental discipline. Begin by putting your improving abilities to the test in baby steps. Experiment with using your energy to affect the flame of a candle. Become proficient at moving light things without making contact with them. Make efforts to detect the energy fields of individuals. When you want to stay motivated, document your progress. Experience failures and learn from them, but don't let them deter you. When it comes to developing these talents, everyone has challenges. The important thing is to keep practicing and improving your control over the situation. You will get more powerful with each new task and discover how energy behaves in the natural world. Observe the way water flows around some rocks. Observe the way the wind blows through the trees. It is possible to work with energy more effectively if you have a better understanding of natural energy patterns. Stack your energy in successive layers. Start with your physical energy by engaging in physical activity and eating the right foods. By studying and meditating, you can add cerebral vigor to your life. Emotional energy can be included by maintaining a happy and balanced attitude. Integrate your spiritual energy by establishing a connection with something that is more powerful than yourself. Make intelligent use of your energy. Be of service to others, but don't exhaust yourself in the process. Establish unmistakable limits. It is important to learn when to conserve energy and when to spend it. Achieving and maintaining a healthy amount of energy is the source of true power. Remain rooted in reality while your capabilities expand. Having a tremendous deal of power comes with a great deal of responsibility. Put your abilities to use for the benefit of yourself and others. Take care not to give in to the temptation of abusing your ability for your own benefit. You should incorporate energy work into your regular routine. Train while you are engaged in your regular activities. During the cooking process, channel energy through your hands. In the process of walking, ground yourself. When you are in a throng, protect yourself with energy. Your energy levels should be monitored throughout the day. Observe the actions that either deplete or replenish your energy. Adapt your routine in order to keep the flow of energy at its ideal level. When necessary, take a break to prevent exhaustion. Maintain your incremental pushes toward your limitations. As you get better, you should do energy workouts that are more difficult. Utilize a greater quantity of energy in your work. Maintain a more accurate level of control. Explore the potential of your skills in a variety of new contexts. Make sure you keep in mind that gaining strength is a process. Every baby step adds fuel to the fire of the preceding progress. Maintain your patience and perseverance. Put more of an emphasis on consistent growth rather than significant breakthroughs. There is no predetermined limit to the strength that you possess. As your skills improve, you will become aware of new opportunities that are available to you. Continue to improve your strength, continue to study, and continue to practice. The road to genuine power is never going to finish. In order to gain control over energy, the first step is to acknowledge a straightforward reality. We are all composed of energy, and this energy is constantly moving through each and every one of us. Imagine that your body is a battery that can be charged and discharged according to your needs. You may gain control over both your bodily and mental condition if you make the effort to understand how to direct this flow. All of your dietary decisions have a direct impact on your levels of energy. When compared to processed foods, raw fruits and vegetables provide a greater amount of natural energy. There is a high concentration of nutrients in green leafy vegetables, nuts, and seeds, which assist your cells in the production and maintenance of energy. Make it a habit to replace one of your processed meals with a fresh, whole food meal every day. Energy can be generated and directed through physical movement. To get started, begin with some light activities such as walking or stretching. Pay attention to how the various motions affect your body and how you feel. Some may give you a boost of energy, while others will help you relax. The use of this information will allow you to regulate your levels of energy throughout the day. Your ideas have an effect on the energy condition you are in. At the same time as positive thoughts build up energy, negative thoughts deplete it. As soon as you become aware that you are thinking negatively, you should immediately stop and replace that thought with something more positive. This requires practice, but with enough time, it will become second nature. Energy regulation is significantly aided by sleep. The natural cycles of energy that occur throughout the day are followed by your body. To better manage these cycles, it is helpful to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Aim to get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep in a room that is dark and quiet. The practice of meditation enhances one's capacity to see and control energy. Commence by sitting in silence for a period of 5 minutes. Pay attention to your breathing and take note of the sensations that are occurring throughout your body. Refrain from getting caught up in your thoughts and instead allow them to pass through you. Your capacity to exert control over your mental energy will be improved by this activity. Energy is influenced by the environment you are in. Your mental energy is depleted when you have a lot of clutter. Spaces that are clean and well organized facilitate the flow of energy. Every day, set aside 10 minutes to clean up the primary living area in your home. Plants bring a sense of natural energy into any space. Your body contains water, which is a conductor of energy. The majority of people do not consume sufficient amounts of water. Get into the habit of carrying a water bottle with you and drinking from it. Pay attention to how your energy levels and mental clarity are affected by the amount of water you drink. The energy condition that you are in is influenced by the people around you. Some people cause you to feel energized, while others cause you to feel drained. Spend more time with people that give you more energy, and reduce the amount of time you spend with those who take away from your energy. Your posture has an effect on the flow of energy. Slumping causes a restriction in the flow of energy throughout your body. Perform exercises in which you sit and stand in a straight position with your shoulders back and your head level. Not only does this make you feel more awake, but it also opens up energy routes. You need sunlight because it is a source of pure energy. Every day, you should go outside for at least 15 minutes, preferably first thing in the morning. Not only does this give essential vitamin D, but it also helps set your internal energy clock. The exposure to cold helps to enhance energy regulation. Your shower should be finished with 30 seconds of cold water. This will teach your body how to keep its energy balance even when it is under stress. As you become more accustomed to the time, gradually extend it for longer sessions. By fasting, you train your body to make more efficient use of energy. 1 week at a time, you should begin by skipping breakfast. Observe how your levels of energy fluctuate throughout the course of the day. The body acquires the ability to draw upon its natural reservoirs of energy. Your energy capacity will increase if you work out regularly. Pick out pursuits that you take pleasure in and feel you can maintain over time. In order to build endurance, combine cardiovascular exercise with weight training. Take note of your body and modify the intensity of your workout based on how much energy you have. Your conscious mind is connected to your energy system through the ability to breathe. You should get into the habit of holding your breath for brief intervals after you exhale. The result is the generation of short energy charges that you can learn to control. You should begin with 5 to 10 seconds and gradually increase it. You may change the energy patterns in your body using sound. Creating vibrations that move energy is accomplished through deep humming or chanting. Every day, spend a few minutes practicing generating sounds that are low in pitch. Take note of the ways in which distinctive tones influence various sections of your body. A direct method of transmitting energy is through touch. Holding your hands close together but not touching is a great way to practice feeling the energy that is present between them. Bring them closer together and further apart while paying attention to the subtle sensations. These techniques will bring about changes that are long-lasting in the way that your body manages energy. Keep a steady and patient attitude. Little things done every day can have a significant impact. You can observe patterns and improvements over time by keeping a notebook in which you track your development. As of right now, you have successfully unlocked the blueprint for bending reality, directing energy, and entering a level of power that the majority of people will never even get a peek of. There is a fork in the path before you now. It is possible for you to step away, allow this information to fade away, and continue living in the same circle as you did before. You also have the option of taking immediate action and beginning the process of rewiring your mind, having control over your energy, and becoming the architect of your own reality. Here is what you should do next if you are prepared to make a dramatic change in your life. If you want me to know that you are serious about taking control, please leave a remark with the word energy mastered. On the air, the comments should be flooded with this power, shall we? Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and enable notifications. For the reason that what is going to happen next will take your knowledge of energy and manifestation to a level that is unmatched by anything you have ever seen before. You should tell this to someone who is in need of hearing it. Please assist them in escaping the programming that is preventing them from moving forward. Join the newsletter to receive more in-depth explanations, tactics that are only available to subscribers, and insightful information that I do not share anywhere else. In the description, you will find the URL. This information was intended to be discovered by you. What exactly are you going to do with it is the question. The moment you make the decision that it does, your transformation will begin. Comment below with your energy mastered, and then we'll get started.